Mira Business FM. The sound of success.
Continuing the focus on the business of influence on Morning Drive, here's the question. Are influencers still relevant in the UAE's rapidly evolving media and advertising landscape? Now, social media creators are still driving consumer behavior and brand visibility, but the industry here is becoming more structured. So as of this year, influencers and content creators posting promotional material, whether it's paid or unpaid, are required to hold an official advertiser permit from the UAE Media Council. And the deadline to secure that permit is January the 31st. This year, 2026. So what does this mean for creators on the ground and for the brands that work with them? So we're going to get the influencer, the content creator point of view now, and we're joined by Mika Banwa, who's better known as your Kuya Miko, which I'm reliably informed is your brother Miko. He's a UAE-based food content creator in the main, but also lifestyle as well. And he's worked with brands and small businesses across the country, and he's with us to share what it's really like being an influencer, a content creator in the UAE today. Miko, it's good to meet you.
Hi everyone, thank you so much for having me. It's a pleasure to be with you guys today.
It's good to see you. Let's start with your story. Where did it all start? What made you think I'm gonna get in front of my phone camera and tell you what I think? Where does that come from?
Yeah, so first of all, again, my name is Miko Banwa. You can call me your Kuya Miko. I'm a content creator from the Philippines, and mainly my content is about UAE experiences from food, lifestyle, festivals, events, and culture. So my journey began in 2020 during the pandemic. So I was one of those who that pandemic turned the life around during the time. But
You were already here. You were in the UAE living at that point.
yeah,
You've been here. Okay.
right. But before that, I've been always been passionate about storytelling. In fact, when I was a kid, my dream was to become a filmmaker or a screenwriter. But
Okay.
I pursued a career in I pursued a degree in chemistry and made a living out of it for 10 years. And fast forward,
What did you do in chemistry?
on
Out of
my
interest.
first years, I was teaching chemistry and physics.
Okay.
And then I work in a laboratory in the Philippines. It's a stem cell laboratory. So we put stem cells in a cryogenic environment. Yeah,
Wow.
sounds nerdy, right?
It sounds like it was a bit of a leap from okay, so you're a science teacher essentially. Then you work in the very real world of
Right, yeah.
science in the lab,
Yeah.
and now you're a content creator.
Right.
There's a-
Every time I say this, that my background is actually in the academy in science.
Yeah.
People are surprised. They thought I studied media or communications or at least culinary. But yeah, as I've said earlier, storytelling has always been my passion.
Right.
So right now I'm still, I'm doing the things that I love. But whatever I learned in my chemistry degree actually helped me of what I'm doing right now. Like the processes, the critical thinking processes is still helping me.
Okay, now I'm with you. Okay. Well, I mean, I just think if you can do what you love, then you're probably doing the right thing
Exactly,
in lots
yeah.
of ways. That's fair. Let me ask you a question. We were talking to a marketing expert just a few moments ago, and I asked this as the first question. So I'll ask it as the first real question of this interview, if you like. Are influencers or content creators? I don't want to disparage anybody if there's a distinction between those two. But are influencers still relevant?
Honestly, for me, yes, it's still relevant, but it depends on how you use your platform. Because influencers help with information flow, so that's a very critical role in the community. So when I say being part of communication flow or information flow, we influencers can translate complex information into accessible language. And spreading this information is actually faster with our platforms because, as we know, everyone is in social media. Everyone are getting their information from the internet. For example, in my case, when I receive brief from brands or from the government to spread something or a news, sorry. Usually, I receive bunch of documents links, information. And as an influencer, as a content creator, that's where my role actually comes in. How can I make this bunch of information into an um, and accessible information for my audience?
Well, the thing with content creation, I always think, or influencing, and I'm using both so that I'm trying to get this
Yeah.
as correct as I can, but it's about engagement in both, from both sides, isn't it? You have to be engaged, and you have to engage viewers, listeners,
exactly.
your audience, if you like, and that's the key to really being successful.
Exactly, and that's another relevance of the influencer in the community, because audience feel that influencers are more relatable and accessible, so it's easier for them to ask questions or to join the group or the whatever the influencer is and you're trying to promote. So there's like a deeper trust connection between the audience and the influencer.
Yeah, okay, and you got to really talk to people. It's that funny thing. Sometimes, I mean, I watch as much social media as anybody, probably less than many. But when you really engage, it's that ability of the person to talk to you like you're the only person that's important, like you're the only person in the
I know,
room,
yeah.
and it's a much bigger audience
Right.
than that.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
no,
And
I kind of get it.
People actually thought that engagement happens in the comment section or in the likes of the content. But honestly, in my case, uh, my engagement is happening in the DMs. So my followers are really asking
Okay,
me questions like,
okay.
can you send me the location? I even get messages, can you book me a table for in that restaurant? Or can you
Really?
help me with the delivery? Can you help me with how I download the app? So there's really a connection between you and your audience, and they value that.
So when somebody slides into your DMs, you're not bothered. You
Yeah.
like it.
Yeah.
Okay, that's how it works. I'm with you. From your experience, do influencers, would you call yourself an influencer or a content creator, by the way? Let me just get,
Yeah,
I
honestly,
haven't asked.
when I started doing this, I always call myself content creator.
Yeah.
Because before I didn't realize that I can influence people. I know I can create good content, so
Yeah.
I'm a content creator. But just recently, maybe 2, 3 years ago, I have embraced that I'm also an influencer because I can influence people. I met people, or people are messaging me that they follow whatever I said, or if I recommended something, they went there. So I said, okay, I'm also an influencer. So I call myself content creator slash influencer.
Okay, so people trust you, is the point. But do you think influencers still have a real impact here in the UAE, or do you think audiences are a little more skeptical these days? How do you see it?
It's kind of both, especially if you remember, like a few months back, there's a big news that was released about a survey saying that influencers are the least trusted profession.
I remember we covered
So
it.
yeah, that was a bit of an issue then. But it's actually 50-50 for me. It really depends on the influencer. That's why I think it's very important. It's very critical that the government have established mandating the licensing and the permit for influencers.
Right.
Yeah, because it's actually giving accountability more to the influencers, and professionalizing the whatever we do.
Yeah, so you would welcome that then, because I mean, this is an important step, isn't it? So anything you do, if you're endorsing a brand, whether it's paid or unpaid, I
Yeah, yeah.
gather as well, the advertiser permit is now going to be a requirement,
Right,
isn't it?
yeah.
So, what was your first reaction when you heard that?
Honestly, I was happy to hear about it because using the social media has become responsible for some people. So it was not regulated, so everyone can post anything, especially the platforms are for free. So it's easy for everyone to say whatever they can.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was a bit of honestly, on my experience when I'm obtaining my media permit, it took me like 3 weeks. So I thought, are they not gonna approve me or what? But I keep on following up and asking why, and actually learned something why it took long for. And this sentiment is not just for me. I heard a lot of influencers and content creators complaining that there's a delay in getting the permit. Actually, I learned that the NMC and the Media Council hired different parties to check thoroughly each account.
Okay.
So
Okay.
they're really checking all of your posts, previous posts. So that will be one of the bases if they will give you or they will grant you the permit.
Okay. So this is kind of a filtering system as well,
Yeah,
isn't
yeah.
it? Okay. So what? Tell me a little bit more about the actual advertiser permit and what you can do, what you can't do.
Before you can actually obtain or apply for the advertising permit, you have to have the blogger license or the influencer license.
Yeah.
That's a bit easy to obtain. It took me like 2 to 3 hours to get it. All you have to do is go to the DED office. There's one in Jumeirah. You just have to walk in, fill up some forms, give your handles, pay the fees. It's around 1,400, and yeah, they'll tell you to wait 1 to 2 hours, and you'll get the license. And then once you have the license, if you want to proceed with the media permit, you have to obtain first police clearance. So there's two main documents that you need for your media permit: the police clearance and the influencer license. And there's a part in the website that you'll attach those documents, and there's like a short video, like reminding you of what are the don'ts and the do's and the don'ts as an influencer. And I'm fortunate enough that I was what I think we were the first batch of content creators that Dubai Media Office put together for the Dubai destinations. So before these things happened, I already know the guidelines. I was briefed. We have like seminars. We went through some interviews to know the guidelines of UAE media.
Okay.
And yeah, just attach the documents, put on your details, and yeah, in 15 minutes you can actually apply it. But waiting for it is a bit longer.
And that's when they're checking,
Yeah,
going through
yeah, yeah.
everything you've done. Okay. To make sure that you
I know. Yeah,
you
yeah.
do what you do and you don't do what you shouldn't do,
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
thing. Okay. What are the do's and the don'ts, by the way? When you started this, what were you told to avoid, or how did that work?
So basically, number one is you have to be respectful to the culture of the country. So you cannot post anything that will ruin the image of the country. You cannot actually post as well fake and misleading information, especially if you are promoting something. Because before, everyone is free to say anything like this is the best, or there's a 1 dirham offer, but it was misleading. It happened to me before, because well, before this permit, I also had this era that I accept all collaborations, and only to find out when you're there that this is misleading. For example, one company asked me to promote like a 1 dirham offer, only to find out when I'm there that they only have like 5 slots for the 1 dirham. So
Right.
it's a bit
Okay.
misleading for my audience.
Yeah.
So yeah, so as an influencer, you have to be accountable on asking the right questions to the brands and to the agency, so you would know, and you won't get caught off guard in the situation.
Well, it's not. It's not just misleading. You're not just misleading people. It's actually it reflects badly on you.
Yeah,
Doesn't it? So I
exactly.
mean,
Yeah,
I guess there's logic in there.
yeah,
So the deadline for the advertiser permit is January the 20th,
yeah.
where read the 31st. He
Correct.
reads from his script. How aware do you think creators are about this requirement? Do you think? I mean, there's going to be a rush of inquiries on the
Right.
30th of January, I
Yeah.
would guess.
This was actually released, I think, October or August. I mean, on that.
It seems like a few months ago to me.
Yeah, and they keep on
3-4 months ago.
extending to give.
Right.
Yeah, because of the stringent process of approving. But I think everyone is well aware of this, especially the UAE Media Council did a really good job on promoting this. Yeah, even me myself, I also did a content reminding people to get their permit. I remember going to the cinema, to the movie house, and they have an ad about it. So it's really
Okay.
they really try to spread the news so everyone will be aware.
So the permit, has it changed the way you approach deals with brands? Has it changed the way you approach promotional content at all?
Yeah, I asked More questions. Before this, I just asked, some basic questions, but now I'm more critical at asking and probing questions to the brand that I'm promoting. For example, for restaurants, I ask specific questions that do you want me to promote as well the alcohol part of the restaurant? Because if yes, I don't promote alcohol.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like shisha, I don't promote shisha. I don't promote cigarettes. So things like that. Or are the products will be promoting as offers have at least 3 months expiry period? Because sometimes the offers that they're giving the one dirham offers will just last for like a week or two. So I'm trying to ask the right questions because right now the UAE Media Council is looking at everything.
Right.
So
Okay.
you have to be very accountable and responsible on the things you promote.
Okay. So it's enhancing that kind of the
Yeah.
structure, the
Yes,
professionalization
and
of.
accountability for everyone.
Right. Okay. So you think it's a positive step? It's going to make it, make it a more professional
Mhm.
industry. Is it going to be harder for the smaller creators, people just starting? Is it going to make it more difficult? Do you think?
Based on the, the the feedback I got from other creators, number one is especially the smaller creators who just do barter collaborations without getting paid. Is that do I have because you have to pay for the license, right?
Yeah.
So do I have to pay for this in order to do my passion? So these are the common reactions. But basically, for me, it's a good move for everyone, and it will align everyone that what are the responsibilities of being a content creator and an influencer.
So I suppose I mean it sounds like there's a way that you do it. There's an ethos behind what
Mhm.
you do, and you won't promote shisha or tobacco products or
Mhm.
alcohol products or everything else.
Mhm.
There's a you have kind of a I don't know. Is there a moral objective there as
Yeah,
well in
yeah.
some ways?
Maybe because I when I started this, I was already with Brand Dubai, the Dubai Media Office entity for
Okay.
Dubai
Okay.
destinations. So it actually stuck on my head. Um, I can't even touch ladies, in like holding hands. I cannot do that
Okay.
because
Okay.
when we were doing the first wave of Brand Dubai campaign, all of our contents actually go through a lot of approvals
Mm.
because the team said we're actually sending all the contents to the royal family, so we have to make sure that we are aligned and to the guidelines and we follow all the don'ts and the do's for the content.
Yeah.
So it actually like stuck to me that every time I do something, even my friends when we are just doing like fun stuff, I always make sure that we don't show the alcohol in the content
Hmm.
or yeah.
Okay, so there's an overall kind of attitude that you have, a responsibility that you have, and I
Hmm.
guess the permit means that it will bring other people up to a certain
Hmm.
level, which in a way for you
Hmm.
makes it fairer, I
Right,
suppose.
exactly.
Okay, um, uh, I was going to ask you about advice, but I want to ask you this before we get to that. What do brands now expect? It used to be just you have a number of followers, and
Hmm.
there you
Hmm.
go. There's the campaign. Do something with it. But
Hmm.
what do brands expect from you now? How do you quantify? How do you really show the influence you've had or the reach you've had?
Hmm.
How do you do that?
First of all, personally, I don't believe that being an influencer you'll be measured by numbers. It's kind of part of it, but
That's
for
kind of gone now,
yeah,
isn't it?
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
yeah,
right. And
yeah.
there are ways to measure it.
Okay.
Um, there's like brands and agencies have tools now to use in order to see how much reach you get in an average of a month,
Mm.
or they will see the entire demographic of your audience and all that. But for me, it's also important to look at the qualitative aspect of the influencer, like the quality of the content, the effectivity of the messaging, and I think that's very important for the brands as well, on how you really translate the information and how do you make it how do you translate the information in a creative way.
Okay. What about advice for aspiring influencers? For somebody listening to you now
Mhm.
thinking, no, I could do that. I've got an idea. What advice would you offer them, particularly when it comes to being compliant, doing the right
Mhm.
thing, and to building that real kind of sense of credibility?
Uh, well, for basic one first, you have to know your niche. You have to,
Right.
yeah, because what I notice now, because everyone can be an influencer, everyone can be a content creator. They tend to do a lot of things, like do everything. Like for me, I started like a food blogger. Before my page are full food, like 100% food, and then I shifted
You're a
to
real foodie, aren't you?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a real foodie, and
Yeah.
that's how I started. Um, Going back to the first question earlier, I was discovered doing live cooking on TikTok and
Oh, okay.
Instagram, so that's how I
Okay.
gained my followers.
Right.
So even now, people actually still stuck on them that I'm a food blogger, I'm a food content creator.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, everybody loves
So
the
and
food.
also, it's important for you first to get your permit and your yeah. So that way you would able to read the documents and see the do's and the don'ts.
Yeah.
Because there's no better way than to really educate yourself on what other things that you can do and you cannot do.
Okay. Let's look ahead a little bit, Miko. How do you see influencer, content creator marketing evolving here in the UAE? Do you anticipate more regulation? So perhaps fewer creators, more quality creators, perhaps, or do you just think that it's going to keep going? That content is just going to become higher and higher quality.
Yeah, definitely. I think this is just a first step of the government in order to regulate content creation and influencing marketing. Um, I'm hoping that sooner or later the rate cards will be standardized, so it will be aligned for everyone. It's going to be a
Okay.
tricky move, um, and actually this is a very good move for them because it's adding value to what we do.
Mm.
Um, so because since before everyone can post anything they want, now that the government have regulated that, there will be more dignity on doing the content. Like before, like it was just everyone is freely doing everything.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay. And final question for you, for your content, for what you do, for the things that you provide. How are you going to keep growing? What plans have you got for your content?
Well, I always innovate myself and do something new.
Is it secret? Can you tell me?
Yeah, no, I. I also I consume a lot of social media.
Right.
So I actually the reason why I'm doing that not only to entertain myself but also to see the trend what's gonna happen soon. As I mentioned before, I focus on food, and then I shifted to UAE lifestyle and UAE destinations. And then when the memes and the comedy starting to happen, because I I think I'm a funny guy, so I use that. So I, I started doing memes as well. So it's a constant evolution, really, on how. But still, if you're evolving, you have to stay core and true to your core, like
Right.
your
Okay.
values and what you don't do and what you can do.
Okay. Miko Benwa is better known as your Kuya Miko, or your brother Miko is a UAE-based lifestyle and food content creator. With us on the morning drive today. Good to talk to you.
Thank you so much, guys, for having me. It was a fun conversation.
It was fun. It was. I appreciate your time. It's the morning drive. This is Mira Business FM. A like, a subscribe is appreciated. Always is. Wherever you find us, wherever you join us from, get in touch. Tell us what you think, and remember, everything we do is available to listen and/or watch again. Just find us wherever you get your podcasts by searching Mira Business FM.